Training your people is also a huge part of this. So they feel comfortable, they have enough confidence in using your system effectively. For example, if there is a lack of engagement with your case management system, the data collection is not going to happen. If there is a lack of performance, most likely it's related to knowledge, motivation, or organizational barriers. The KMO model is a gap analysis model in performance gaps. So commonly used in the education field, but as I experienced during the implementations, the more training we provide our security teams and investigators, the more engaged they became, and they had more confidence in using the system, right? So you can't just deploy a system and put it in front of people. There has to be enough support that goes behind that. So that was one of the biggest weaknesses that I had seen during that process.
Farhad, can I dig a little bit more on that lack of engagement? How crucial would you say it is to identify like which barrier it is and eliminate those early on in the process?
Yeah, so I mean, with implementations, typically when there is a change in the user's environment, they may resist the change. And the reason why they're resisting it is because they don't understand it, or they don't understand the value behind it, right? So it goes back to the implementation, how it was introduced, how it was brought to that environment. So one way you can see the user engagement is minimal is when you read the incidents and investigations is missing specific important elements or components to that incident, right? So for example, specific elements that are required in an incident report, they're all blank or missed, or even some of the elements in an investigation. So the narrative of the report could be, 3 sentences versus, a full-on investigative narrative and description. So you can tell the engagement is not there, and you're missing those specific elements and data that you need. So when you see that, I think it's time to have that conversation and go back and see what are some of those common gaps. Is it related to knowledge? Do they need more training? Are they not motivated to even use the system, and they rather go back to the email or whatever spreadsheet they were using before? Or is it some sort of a organizational barrier? Maybe there isn't enough support from higher ups. Maybe the leadership don't see this system as a value that or brings value to the organization. So those are some of the areas that you can go back and check.